Hey everybody, back again today with a video. Today I'm playing with my buddy Matthew at Buchanan Park here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I was the one who got Matthew into disc golf a little over a year ago now, maybe a year and a half, and he has got a whole lot better than I have in the time that we've both been playing. But me and Matthew playing each other will end up being a three-course series with total strokes. I think added up, maybe we might do it by like if I win, then it's 1-1, and the third game decides it all. But I've already picked. We've already both decided on that. Our second doubles is gonna be at Cleveland Park, and it's a course we're both very familiar with, and both of us can be able to play it a little better than we played this course on this particular day. One thing about Buchanan is that no matter when you go, it's going to be windy as all get out. There's no trees that are around this course to block any wind, nothing. So there's some holes where the wind it just does what it does and takes our disc and flips them over or knocks them down whenever we wanted them to be up more. So dealing with the wind here is probably the hardest aspect of the course. After that, the OBs on this course on some of the holes are really tough, and I know I took a whole lot of strokes by going OB, and I also took a whole lot of strokes by hitting the cage, and Matthew did the same thing on this hole. But that's a common theme for me lately. I've been playing okay, but I could easily knock off 3 to 5 strokes every course I play by not hitting the cage as much. But that happens. It's disc golf. And speaking of that happens, Matthews just get picked up by the wind and took away. As you can see with my hair a little bit, it's kind of windy, but eh, it's kind of how it is. Matthew with a good up shot to try to save his par. Big bruh moment. A little bit about my buddy Matthew. He is an 854 rated player as of now. On the day I'm making this, he's been playing for a little. He probably started about 4 or 5 months after I did. I think it was December of 2020, I guess now. Yeah, so it's been well over well over a year now. Crazy that he's been playing that long, or not even that long really, but he's been playing and he's gotten that much better in a short amount of time. But he plays every day in Bowling Green, so expected when you're able to play and practice. And he's took more of a serious approach to learning how to throw a backhand, uh, something that I haven't done or taken serious, and it obviously can start to tell the difference, especially on a course like this where it's predominantly backhands, and I'm having to throw forehands because my backhand, if I do throw it, it's lucky to go 20 feet. So it's a tough life, but the only person I have to blame is myself. So that's on me. Talking about the wind, watch what the wind does to my disc right here. It's supposed to flip up, and the wind pushed it from flipping up, and it sailed on me. But there's a good run from Matthew, and and this is the drop zone for this hole, and I just have something just to lay up. But if you guys have played in Bowling Green, or if you stay in Bowling Green and play a lot, what course do you believe to be the hardest in Bowling Green? For me, it's probably the Vet City course, followed by this course. And again, look at the wind, flips my disc up, and it pushes me OB. Very bad shot. Matthews just wasn't a good shot on his part either, but decent second shot, and he doesn't have to take an OB stroke like me. But anyways, like I was saying, let me know what your favorite, the hardest course you believe is in Bowling Green, and then go ahead and drop me your favorite course. I believe my favorite course in Bowling Green would probably have to be either Yakus or Lover's Lane. I like those courses, but I mean having so many to choose from is just so amazing. So can't complain that we have so many courses. And that yellow disc, I've seen Matthew throw it multiple times so far. It is an MD3, and I did not throw an MD3. I threw a Raptor out of bounds. But the MD3, Matthew had convinced me to get one. He said they were really good, and I got one. And I try to throw it mainly backhand, so it's something I'm trying to learn to do. I need to also try to learn how to putt. And guys, that was hole 8, and then we had to skip hole 9 and 10 because they had took them out. They're doing some construction around the park here, so we just gave ourselves pars because we looked at what our average score was from playing this course a couple times, and for both of us it was right at 3 for both of them. So we just gave ourselves 3s, which honestly I wish I could just give myself my average score on all these holes because I did not play good at all today. Speaking of skipping a couple holes, coming up here, this is hole 12 right here. On hole 14, we have to skip it because one of the county lacrosse teams comes out here and practices, and we got here a little later in the afternoon, and they were coming to practice as we was getting to hole 14, so we just went ahead and skipped it. No big deal, not going to interfere with some kids trying to get better at a sport they enjoy. And there we go, a little decent run by Matthew, and I'm right on the hill. This would be for a 2, but I cannot buy a putt lately, so that's that. But anyways, guys, for this year, I know right now, tournament-wise, I'll be playing in the Bowling Green Open and the tournament in Frankfurt. I believe it's called the March City Madness. I don't know, something like that, but it's in Frankfurt. I played in it last year. It was a really fun tournament. I actually like going to Frankfurt. I have one of the 2 courses there uploaded, and every time I go up there, I always have to make sure I go play the courses. I think they are beautiful courses, well kept courses, and just, I mean, I've played disc golf at so many of the courses in Kentucky, but I still have a few more, actually a lot more to go, mainly on like the most western and eastern parts of the state, which, I mean, this is only going into my second year of playing disc golf, so the longer I play, I'm sure I'll be able to knock more and more of these courses out. As for Matthew, right now, I know he has told me he's playing in the WKU fundraising tournament. I'll be at Hobson and I believe Vet City. And if I don't have to ref, I will probably end up playing in that tournament as well. And then Matthew is playing in the BG Open as well. So he's got a pretty decent uh, disc golf schedule already. And I'm sure, like me, he'll add a couple more tournaments as the year goes along. But guys, we are coming on the back portion of the video. This is hole 16. It's 950 feet with you got OB trail all on the left. You got that little rock path, that's OB, as well as the road, even more right of that. So this course is honestly, I believe, one of the hardest courses, if not, or not courses, one of the hardest holes, if not the hardest hole in Bowling Green, but I know there's some other holes at different courses that might be as hard as this. I can think of I think it's hole 14 or 15 at Hobson on the longs that is pretty difficult as well. And as you can see, my disc was so close to going OB right there in them rocks because those rocks and the rocks in front of them are both OB. But I mean, Matthew went OB on the sidewalk right there, but then he had a good second shot, or good third, I guess that would be. And look at me going all crazy, throwing a backhand. Thought it was going to tail out and go OB on me, but it ends up stopping just short of this rock pile here, which, I mean, there's just a lot of OB and a lot of difficulty on this hole right here. But the last 2 holes, they should be for sure birdies, but hey, that was a bad upshot on my part. I was not playing correct, and then I end up paying for it by having to take another stroke. But these last 2 holes, they should both be birdies. They're not, but 220, 230 feet straight ahead on both of them. Oh yeah, there's my MD3 that I was telling you that Matthew told me to get. Threw it backhand and got it within 30 on this hole, maybe 25. But I mean, right now I can't buy a putt to save my life, so it happens. I've been putting practicing in my house, and I need to get more consistent with that. But here we are on hole 18, and I don't know if you guys have been able to keep up with score a lot, but Matthew's been putting the beat down on me the whole course, the whole round. So to end it, our scores, Matthew ended up being +4 here, and I was +11. A lot of OB strokes and a lot of me playing like a dummy and a lot of cage hits. But if you guys liked the video, like and subscribe. You'll be seeing Matthew in another video. Peace, guys.